Hey guys, Steven, a salon guy here, and have a really cool haircutting tutorial for you guys. This is Tom Hiddleston, but in the role of Loki. I've got a lot of requests for both of those, which are pretty the same person, but you know, specifically the character Loki. So I'm ready to go. Let's get started. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the length on the bottom here, and here's where the neck is here. And as you know, Loki's got a little bit of a longer hairstyle, so we are going to keep this relatively long. But what I want to do is I want to cut this to about, let's see, about that length here, okay, throughout the whole bottom and the back here. And this is going to be the bottom length in the back, and we're then going to angle it up a little bit going in through the sides, but not too much. So you want to establish this first and then move on to the sides. So the sides, what we're going to do is we're going to just angle this up just a little bit. You want to keep this longer too, alright? So we're going to connect this, just going to work our way up towards the face, and we're just going to face frame this a little bit, and that is going to give us that shorter length in the front that he has, when he's, even though he slicks it back, it looks longer, he still has shorter length in the front, which is layered. So this is a longer hairstyle, but it also is pretty heavily layered. Okay, so here's what we're going to do from the side here. Be able to comb it all back like this, and then work it into the length in the back here. So let's do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll be ready to start the layering. Alright, so for the layers here, what we're going to do is we're going to take a section basically right in the back, and this is going to be our first section as far as our layering goes. Okay, and we're going to cut this, I'd say probably about right here. Alright, just like that. Cut it straight across. And there's going to be your first section and your guide throughout the whole back. Now what you're going to do is you're going to comb everything straight up and straight out from the head like this, and you're going to hold it straight out and follow the guide that you just cut. All right. Now you're going to leave it a little bit. You're going to leave it longer throughout the bottom here, so you're just going to actually extend it out a little bit, and by just turning your finger slightly, you'll be able to angle it going shorter to longer. Okay, because you do want the bottom here to be the longest point. So what we're going to do is continue this pattern throughout the whole head, taking the section from your last section, and that is going to be your guide for the whole back. Okay, so you're using a traveling guide, and you're doing it section by section. So let's finish the whole back, and then we'll be ready to move in through the top. All right, now we're ready for the top here. What we're going to do is we have our section that we first cut here, and we're going to work towards the front of the head. So we're going to take a section across this way, and we're going to work going towards the face. There's the guide from before, which we just cut. Okay, and everything should pretty much match up to your guide, which in the back, which you already did. So you're not going to be cutting any hair in the back. You're just going to be cutting towards the face, because you don't want to change anything that you just cut. Okay, so continue to work towards the face, holding everything straight up like this, and we're going to cut it straight across on the top. Okay, remember, this is all going to be pretty much slicked back, because that's how he wears his hair, and so you need to leave a little bit of length on it. But this is going to ensure that by following this pattern, and again, it's going to be a little bit, it's going to be shorter in the front, okay, and then the top, because we are going shorter to longer, and that is going to allow for that look to where it goes back and then it's longer everywhere else, because the front is a little bit shorter. Alright, there's the guide in the very front, which we kind of established before, and then we're just basically cutting everything to be even. Now what we can do here is we can just, if you want to cut it a little bit shorter to longer to make sure everything is shorter in front, you just hold your elbow up this way, and that will allow you to cut shorter to longer. So let's just do that on the whole top of the head, so that we are on the right track here by keeping everything with the same look and being consistent by going this way. And again, the back of the head is longer and allows you to kind of slick it back and have that volume on top and also that length in the back. So I'm just going to finish doing this throughout the whole top, then we'll be ready to move into the corners. Alright, now for the corners, what we're going to do, we're simply going to pull everything straight out from the head like this. There's the guide from before, and here is what we need to cut. We're basically cutting the weight out into the corner here so that everything has a nice flow to it. All right, just continue to do this throughout both sides of the head, and then we'll be finished with the haircut. All right, so the haircut is complete. Now, you know, Loki's character, the hair is pretty much black. I just don't have any mannequins with black hair right now, so this is the best I can do. But basically, there's no really need to dry this because you are going to end up having to slick it all back anyway and create that kind of wet look. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray it down a little bit more with some water, and I'm going to use some gel, and this is all going to be pretty much slicked back like this, and that is going to pretty much have his style like this. So just right back after I spray it down and put some gel in it. Alright, so what I've done here is I've actually taken I put some gel in the whole thing, and I've taken a comb, and I'm just slicking it back with my hands right in through here. So I'm just following in the head shape and just combing it straight back, but using my hands to really smooth this and flatten this out. Okay, which is going to give you this look right here, which is how Loki wears his hair. So this is pretty much it, guys. Make sure you use a lot of gel, a lot of product right into the sides here especially. It's needed more throughout here. The back, just kind of let the hairstyle do its own thing. It's got some natural kind of wave and some flips to it. But the key is really to get this to go back into the sides like this. Alright, I'm just going to spin this around a little bit so you can see the whole thing. And you'll be able to see that the length is still here. Alright, throughout the bottom here. And spinning it around, there we go. This is pretty much it. Well guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you all next time for more tutorials with the Salon Guy.